What's up, YouTube? I'm back. It's been like 4 days since I made a video. I know. I'm really I'm be honest with y'all. I'm be honest with y'all right now. I think the preseason videos hasn't been doing as good as I was hoping, and I don't know if that's something y'all want to keep seeing. So I think I'm gonna just chill out on those and just stick with the undisputed. Um, when regular season come around, I'll try that out and see if y'all like that. But preseason videos hasn't really been doing too good. I'm trying to also, I think I'm gonna also get back into the gaming, putting gaming videos on my channel as well, cause people was liking like the Apex and everything. So, and I still be playing Apex and everything. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just get, start back with that. I need to get better at editing. I have a bunch of things I need to get better at, but we're gonna get back to this reactions with Shannon and everything. I think I got 3 videos today. So let's just see. This one is about the Cowboys, Skip, all that. So let's go ahead and get right into it.
Anybody in NFL history, and he came up short of Peyton's record. So in other words, that means Dak is going to have to throw the ball at least 750, maybe almost 800 times, and he's going to have a completion percentage. I mean, just think about think about what you're saying, Skip. With CD
Okay,
Lamb,
so okay, I see what's going on. So Madden 23 predict that Dak win MVPs, Cowboys go to the NFC Championship. I guess they did a simulation. I never heard about, I didn't hear about this on Instagram or anything. So I guess they did a simulation. They do this every year though. Um, so yeah, they guess
as
they
his primary. Now,
predicted
he
they
had
make it.
Godwin, he had Mike Evans, he had Gronk, he had Cameron Brate. You're going to say Dak and CD are going to go get you 57 touchdowns and 5,700 yards? Skip, I don't see it. Dak has a great narrative about the thin, inexperienced offensive, the receiving core. But Patrick Mahomes also has that saying, oh, he's doing this without Tyreek. Tom Brady, oh, look at that banged up offensive line and a new head coach. Aaron Rodgers, he lost Devontae, the best receiver in football, and he's putting up these numbers. Josh Allen, I think Josh Allen has the least of the narrative. Everybody thinks by all indications.
My opinion for like who make it to the Super Bowl, I know I paused it earlier or whatever, but um, I think the Bills. Because the Bills is the ones that really have their full team back, and everybody else like lost pieces and everything. So I don't really know how good everybody else will be, but I know the Bills seem like they're gonna be the team that can really, they're gonna
He
be the
has
team to beat.
the most complete football team. When you look at what they added with Von Miller, you look at Stephon Diggs, you look at Gabe Davis, you look at Dawson Knox, you look at
he got the
the
more
run
completed
game,
team.
solid offensive line. He doesn't have what some of these other MVP candidates behind him, because he's the betting favorite, has. So for me, Skip, I just don't see Dak putting up those types of numbers. That's astronomical.
Shannon, I think we're going to have to respell his first name this regular season. It's R-A-Y-N, as in Rain, Dakota Prescott. And I think we're going to have to respell it R-E-I-G-N, as in he is going to reign over this league this year. I also think
Skip got a lot of Skip be having a lot of
five defense. I told you that.
a lot of faith
what
in
was
that.
it, 2-3 days ago, when maybe I told you Monday, but maybe it was Friday. I can't remember. But the point is, I love this defense. I believe Micah Parsons. I just showed you 11 from Heaven's, the jersey I just got. I believe he is going to be the defensive player of the year. I believe he has a great shot.
Micah
We're going to
Parsons?
discuss this in a few minutes, at leading this league in
I also
sacks
heard
if they will let.
I also heard that Trayvon Diggs wasn't really doing too good in like the practices and everything. Honestly, in my opinion on Trayvon Diggs, I feel like he's a good player. I ain't gonna say great yet. He only played one season, but I think he's a good player. But I also believe that he he do what I do in Madden. Like my career when I be playing cornerback or whatever, he do what I do. He tends to lurk for the ball instead of playing coverage, and that could harm him in a bunch of ways.
Him, if they will use him as an edge rusher way more than they do as a stand-up linebacker. I believe that Dan Quinn, as the assistant coach of the year, is going to be the unofficial head coach and driving force of this team. And I believe that all of a sudden I'm looking down at the defense, and not only did they lead the league in turnovers last year, but Shannon, I read the other day something I didn't know. They also led in that second level, maybe it's a third level stat, DVOA, which is the defensive value over average, where you grade every single play against the average play in the league. They ranked number one on defense last year. I think with Micah as the driving force of the defense, as the spark plug, as the catalyst, as the heart and soul of the defense, I just think they're going to be really, really good and be able to live up to an offense.
I mean, they defense.
You mentioned some tough road games. I got you.
Okay, I mean, Cowboys defense is good. They was good last year. I feel like they're gonna be good this year, but we're not really worrying. I don't think anybody's worrying about the Cowboys defense. I think we're mainly worrying about the offense and how y'all gonna move the ball. Cause yes, y'all have Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and then Ezekiel Elliott hasn't been the same since his first 3 seasons. Dak is on and off. Like he goes off at the beginning, starts falling off towards the end. And then CeeDee Lamb, we never really seen him at the number one receiver position except for in college. So like I think the question is really around y'all offense and not your defense.
They have to open with the GOAT, but we're going to talk about this in a few minutes. The GOAT, after Brady's break, comes back. He can't get a break now because his offensive line is decimated, and maybe this is starting to bode well for my Cowboys on opening Sunday night at Jerry World. Maybe they're in position to get a little revenge over the GOAT because maybe Tampa will not be quite ready to protect Brady the way they should be able to protect Brady. So all of a sudden, I'm looking at offense with a very possible MVP, defense top 5, 12 wins.
Oh, he
I
called
think
in
that's
Dak
pretty
MVP.
conservative. So I'm good with all of the above, and I think you are in huge trouble. Maybe my emotions are running completely away with me, but I believe you're going to be in huge trouble because you're going to get a whole lot of "how about them Cowboys" this year.
Well, here's the thing, Skip. The thing
Shannon
that
not
we've
even
seen over the
Shannon
last
wasn't
5
even
winners of
phased by that.
MVP is consistency. We didn't see roller coaster. The only thing that we've seen from Dak in his 6 years of starting is
It's
roller
roller
coaster
coaster.
type of a season. So for me, Skip, I just don't see it. I understand what the simulation's saying, but I don't think they realize how many 5,700 yards is. That's over a 1,200 yard jump, a 20 touchdown jump. So basically, he's going to average an extra touchdown per game. He's going to throw on average. So if you miss a game in which you don't throw for a touchdown, you're going to need to throw for 4 or 5 to possibly get back on track. So you believe Dak Prescott is going to average a little over 3 touchdowns per game? I don't see that, Skip.
I don't
see
either.
that. I get the simulation and all that. Yada,
I don't
yada,
see
yada.
that either.
But no, Skip. He's not that, Skip. He's not that guy. Remember, I'm just going to go back to last year. The start that Tom Brady had and the amount of time. Think about how many times Tom was throwing the football. Over 700 times. He had what? I think he had a little less than 5,000 because I think if I'm not mistaken, Skip, Justin Herbert was the only guy to go over 5,000 yards. Mm-hmm. So that means for Dak, and Tom threw the ball over 700 times, had a nice completion percentage. I think he was around 66, maybe 67%. I didn't look up the stats, but I think that's where he was. Dak, in order to get to those numbers, is going to need to be around 68, 69, maybe even 70, and throw the ball at least, at the bare minimum, 750 times. But that's also when Jerry Jones has been saying Zeke Elliott needs to be the guy again.
He does.
I don't know how those two things fit
Like,
together.
so they saying that oh, Dak need to throw this much or whatever, but it's like I just don't believe in the Cowboys. It's like every year they're good, they find a way to, do good, but then they always fold. And it's like Dak Prescott, yeah, he gonna have to throw all these yards or whatever, but y'all also gotta remember you have Zeke Elliott who also need to heat up because he need to have a comeback season. Without Zeke Elliott, without the running game in general, y'all not going nowhere because y'all only receiver right now is what? I think their only receiver right now is CeeDee Lamb. I don't know who they backup is. They second I said backup. I don't know who their second is. Gallard, I'm not sure. But I know one of their second is injured. So to rely on Dak Prescott to throw what five? They said 5,700 yards. I don't see that. 50 something touchdowns. I don't. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Especially when you need Zeke. They gonna need Zeke to heat up.
Okay, so Shannon, how about instead of 57 touchdown passes, how about 47? What if he just leaps by 10? Would that qualify for MVP consideration? Could that win him the MVP at 47? Sure,
It
could.
depends how good everybody else do.
Skip, but we don't normally see jumps that drastic in order for these things to happen. Not that drastic. Well, I guess you could say Mahomes went from 2 or 3 touchdowns all the way to 50. So stranger things have happened, but there's a 1-game start versus a 16-game start. But Skip, I get it. I just don't see with the receivers. Hell, who's gonna be catching all these touchdowns?
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
57. That means CeeDee Lamb's gonna have at least 30 receiving
30
touchdowns.
yeah.
Because who else the hell he gonna throw the ball to? Noah Brown.
Thank you.
I just listed Dalton Schultz, Tony Pollard, Kevontae Turpin. All these guys are big weapons for Dak Prescott. And I keep telling you, you keep laughing at me about CeeDee Lamb. He's going to play that lamb like a lion this year. This is going to be his breakout. He doesn't have to worry.
Skip, if you realize Skip says this every year, and he sounds like a regular Cowboys fan because Cowboys fans say the same stuff every year. We're going to make it. Oh, we have this, and bro, y'all do good, but y'all always fold. Y'all always fold every time. It's like Green Bay is y'all kryptonite. I promise. I promise.
Rapport having better connection with Amari Cooper. All of a sudden, it's going to be CeeDee, you could say, or bust at the wide receiver position. But I believe he will rise and shine just the way he did for Jalen Hurts in their year together at Oklahoma when CeeDee Lamb dominated college football and had the largest yards per catch in the nation. And I believe by the end of the year, you're going to be talking about CeeDee Lamb as a top 10 receiver. I believe he'll be a top 5 receiver by the end of the year. And you keep scoffing and ridiculing, and you're going to have a long, hard year, my friend.
Skip, if I'm not mistaken, the year that Peyton went for 55, he had at least 4 guys. I think Eric Decker, I think, if I'm not mistaken, rest his soul, Demaryius Thomas, Wes Welker, and Julius Thomas all had at least 10 receiving touchdowns. I think Sean Moreno also had 10, but it was rushing and receiving. If I'm not mistaken, I think they had 5 guys, and that was a historic season. Over 5,400 passing yards, 55 touchdowns in 16 games. We know how much he threw the ball. They produced the greatest scoring season in NFL history, over 600 points. You believe that Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys are going to score over Skip.
Yeah,
over
Skip is tripping.
So if he throws for 57, Peyton had 55. That means, and I think they had 606. That means he's going to be somewhere between 620 and possibly 640 points in an NFL. Let's stop it. Skip, stop. If you sit down and really thought about what you had actually said, you're like, man, I am so sorry, Shannon, that I actually.
And we was talking about somebody else like Patrick Mahomes. Who else? I don't want to say him. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Wilson, Brady. You know, the elites of the elites. I could see it. I could see it being possible. Dak Prescott is not an elite out of them. He's not. He's not there. He's not that.
I'm not sorry at all.
He's not
My
that.
team led the league last year in points and yards. Can you get that through?
Yeah, with Amari Cooper.
I mean, what's not to love about that? Why do you discount it? Because they fell apart at the end of the year. They still did that. They set the foundation for this last year.
But those numbers aren't transferable. You don't get to just bring those numbers and pick right up where you left off.
Exactly.
You have to start
You lost
all
weapons.
over again.
They lost
you
weapons.
You don't get to start where you stop. So guess what? You back down in the ravine and you have to scale back up the mountain.
Okay, well, we're going to scale all the way, according to the Madden simulation, to our first NFC Championship game in 27 years. And Jen is gloating about, yeah, but the Saints beat you and the Saints go on in the simulation to win the Super Bowl. Great. I don't care. I will take NFC Championship game and I will celebrate it like it's the Super Bowl.
I don't know. I think Skip just don't be like. I know this your team and everything, but come on, bro. Let's be honest.
Because it's been
Like, let's be honest.
27 long years since I even experienced that.
How about this here? How about take the little division title and scram? That's what you do. Take your little division title.
Cause that's
which
what y'all.
you're
That's all
win
y'all
this
gonna
year,
get. Yeah.
And skedaddle. That's as far
That's
as
the
this
most you get.
Uber is taking you.
Yeah.
Okay?
No, we're going to scram right over your head is what we're going to do. We're going to make you sweat and make you fear us all year long because we're going to get better and
I hope
better.
Skip don't eat
And
these words,
Dak,
bro.
As
I hope you're
in
right.
Rain
I really
Dakota
hope you're right.
Prescott, REIGN, is going to finish this year strongly.
Right.
57 touchdowns,
We have a
5,700
deal.
passing yards.
Yes, we have a deal.
I will pull for your Cowboys
Thank
to make
you.
it to the NFC Championship if you will pull for my Saints to win the Super Bowl.
I
will sign on to
do
that all day.
I will
Oh
do that.
no.
Deal.
Oh no. Saints is not winning the Super. First of all, Saints not winning the Super Bowl. Cowboys are getting knocked out first round. So I don't know why Shannon laughing. Broncos ain't going nowhere. Anyway, that's the end of that video. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Check me out on Twitch. And I think that's about all I got to say. See you guys in the next video.